you look at your archives on both papers, it would show that DPL had issued a bid for lawn care, bid for security, bid for the hotel operators. We did not do this at the last minute. However, when DPL was negotiating with the operator, the sole bid for the hotel operator, which was Grand Mariana, at the very last hour, there were some changes that was not that DPL could not accept. And so my point was that we're not trying to rush and accept something that wasn't going to be justifiable to the people who, in the end of the day, NMDs are the collective owners of public land. And so it was not advisable to sign off on the last minute terms, because when you publish an RFP, you have when any bidder submits an RFP, you have to stay within the terms of that RFP. You cannot reduce a couple of items on that RFP because any other bidder maybe would have submitted on the same terms that they wanted. On the lawsuit, number one, I haven't seen it. Number two, just from reading the headline today, basically, like I said earlier, the department is not. Our fiduciary duty is to manage and operate public lands and for distribution for homesteads, but not to operate a public pool. That is not in line with our duty. So I have yet to see the lawsuit, and when I see it, there'll be more comments.
Secretary, what about the other hotels that are going to expire their leases too?
Okay. So we have met with Hyatt a couple months ago. And we've also met with Fiesta. Both of them are coming to at the end of their 40-year term soon. What we have indicated to them is that we will issue the RFP by the end of this year, so that there's enough opportunity for them to find out if they've won or not. And so any further investments on the property, if they're selected, they can continue. I think Hyatt had indicated that they were ready and willing to put in a little bit more money, but it was kind of contingent if they received an additional lease. So the only thing that can change this 40 years is the people to ratify if there was an initiative. So right now it's half and half, right? Senator Arnold had a bill that requested to extend public land leases to 75 years. So coincidentally, some of the people that were in favor of allowing Cal Pacific to stay may be the same people that were not in favor of extending the leases. So DPL has a comment on that, and we can provide the official comment that we testified in the legislature. But if there was an initiative, and the people will decide if public land leases should continue. But at any rate, no matter where we're at, or if we're at the 40 or the 55 or the 75, on the end of that term, that investor is still going to ask for an extension. But this is the uniqueness of the CNMI. Article 12, has some land alienation rights, and the public land also with the 40 years. So only the people can make that change if it's put to the vote. This is temporary, okay? Because there's so many factors that play into this. The lease is the overall issue, right? There is a RFP for the lease. The RFP for the lease was published in 2015. DPL did not receive any objections about closing the pool. So when a property is leased out, the developer can decide to open or close or relocate or just remove the pool. Now, when we submitted or when we're vetting this, then we can see, okay, what is the public benefit for this particular project? Will the pool be kept? It's that time when we should have heard if the community wanted to keep the pool open.